if I'm asked to narrate this script, then the least that I can do in this 2.5 hours that this person is going to spend with me is not boring. So if I'm an actor writer, then let me at least perform this. So at the least he'll be like कि चलो acting तो अच्छी कर लेता है, बाकी देखते हैं क्या.
Hi, this is Farhan.
Hi, this is Kunal Kemmu, and I'll be answering some burning questions with IMDb.
Goa, here we come!
What inspired you to write Madgoan Express?
I just started writing scenes with these friends together and how these three different people spoke to each other and how they would go to the next thing and what would happen there. And I realized that a lot of stuff started happening from the conversations. So I just kind of discovered this film and I discovered characters like Mendoza and why he was the way he is, or Kanchan Kumri was like a comic book character in my head that kind of came alive in the script.
Farhan, what intrigued you the most about Madgaon Express when you first read the script?
For me, the script of Madgaon Express stood out. It made me laugh out loud. It had me engaged from the word go till the last full stop. And then after that, I heard a narration from Kunal. And I was just rolling, laughing when he was narrating it. I keep saying that that's something we should release separately as a piece. Just his narration where people can buy tickets and go and watch just him narrating the script. He had a vision for it. It was something that I felt that needed to be shared for an audience to experience, and in that community kind of way. It's family viewing. You can have a great time watching it with people of all ages. So yeah, that's really it.
And actually adding to Farhan's, I thought that, you know, if I'm asked to narrate this script, then the least that I can do in this 2.5 hours that this person is going to spend with me is not boring. So if I'm an actor writer, then let me at least perform this. So at the least he'll be like कि चलो acting तो अच्छी कर लेता है, बाकी देखते हैं क्या.
Farhan, why do you gravitate towards films on friendship?
I need friends. I think I've always found films about friendship to be very interesting. I somehow always like the dynamic of people coming together because they choose each other to be part of each other's lives. It's not something that you're born into, and it's cultivated, nurtured over time, and the kind of liberty that you can take, you know, with your friends. I mean, obviously respectfully, and the kind of fun, freedom. It's very unique in a person's life. So I've always enjoyed that.
Which is your favorite scene from Madgaon Express?
My favorite scene in the film is when Pratik's character has an overdose, right? And he can't speak because he gets like that mouth freeze. He falls into it, right? So as you've seen. So when that, to me, his scene, and when you get that, it's called fake macho, that kind of sets in, and how his character changes from what he was before to what he becomes. I find all those moments absolutely incredible.
In your view, what are the essential qualities a director must possess?
I mean, to start with, I think you have to be a really good listener. Yeah? So not to go in there thinking that you have all the answers. You have a vision, of course, but how to best achieve that vision can come from your production designer. It can come from your director of photography, from an actor. I mean, from my own personal experience, like one of the most highlight that people remember from Dil Chahta Hai was the Wo Ladki Hai Kahan song, you know, where we went through the different decades of film. And that idea came from Arjun Basin, the costume designer. You know, he said, why don't we do it like this? And it just sounded amazing. So keep ego out of the equation, you know, like be there as a team. Whenever, as an actor, I see the director going that extra mile, I feel like I have to do that too, you know. So I mean, that's something that you have to do. So I mean, set the example, be a good listener, you know, and I would say allow freedom respectfully.
Can you name 3 films that have inspired you the most?
I mean, Godfather, I think has to be named as one of like the all-time greats. I think no writer, no director, no actor will ever watch that film and not feel like, yaar, again, kash maine banai hoti, kash maine likhi hoti, kash main isme tha. Diwar is another film that I find incredibly powerful. A film that I absolutely loved was Udaan.
Oh yeah.
Incredible film. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. Like again, that's the film when you look at it like, yaar, I wish I had something to do with this.
Yeah. But The Matrix is one of those films which kind of, I don't know, for me it's like a spiritual film. It kind of, I connected with it and I've done multiple viewings of that film and I just love it to the core. Diwar, It is my best all-time Hindi movie. Like, I mean, how people talk about Godfather, for me that's Diwar. Because it had everything. I think it was the best screenplay, best dialogue, best performance, best director.
You know, I remember I saw Matrix and we watched Matrix. First you were blown away because you'd never seen anything like it before in your life. You know, the time slice and all that had started. There was not one single person that came out of that theatre walking in a straight line. Everybody was like on one, you know, like everybody was like trying, like doing all this and doing that. I was like, wow, what an effect it had. Yeah.
Have you ever used IMDb? And if so, what has been your experience with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the go-to place now when you want to find out. And for crew, especially when I'm searching for crew, that's actually when I go there probably the most to see who's worked on which film because I've liked something. So that's when I'm usually there.
IMDb is my go-to search site for everything that's film and television related. Please do and come and watch the film.
Please contribute to trivia, reviews and ratings on imdb.com.